When David first came up to Berkeley, somebody said, how about some folk dancing? We're going to go up to the I House. So he went up there and he looked at what was going on. And from his new perspective, he said, my God, this is a marvelous community, and I want to join this community. So that's what David did. He started dancing, started performing, and just wanted to share this with lots of people. So he was looking around Berkeley and he found this place, which at the time was sort of an art center. I came down and I looked around this place, and it wasn't much, but I was so jealous. So David opened up this place and was going to be a folk dance club. One of the nice things about David is he had a world view. So he started branching out. He'd have people come in and teach Afro-Cuban dance. He, one of the first people to present some of his Zydeco, Queen Ida, and Clifton Chenier. And then as folk dancing was sort of dying down around the Bay Area, he looked for other kinds of things to have here. At that time, an African who had come to Cal was introducing a lot of young musicians to African rhythms. And then they would say, hey, let's put together a band. Everybody was wondering, well, what is this music? Well, after a while, it became known as World Beat. And everybody who had a band wanted to come here to start to play. Just one band after the other started out here, and this marvelous movement started of world beat music. So that was the start of live bands from all over the world coming here. And this place just kept growing and growing, and David's politics kept growing and growing. And he just really got very involved in so many things that were going on in Berkeley. At one point, when Food Not Bombs was getting thrown out of People's Park, David put the club up to guarantee that the man who ran it would not skip out on his bail. He got involved, as you know, with People's Park. That was really quite something. And there wasn't a cause that David wasn't connected to. When the strike started down at Delano, David was down there with his truck. He went out and someplace wholesale and just filled up the truck with rice and beans and all kinds of things. And he would just make a run down there to make sure the farm workers were fed. And actually, when they put a new stamp out honoring Cesar Chavez, that was done here. Barbara Lee was here to honor David's work in the community, and the stamp was here, and a lot of us were just having a grand old time. And David just kept doing things like that. He was open to anybody that came around, even the street people. But David let anybody in here. Some people would come in and they'd be a little rowdy and they'll get bounced out. One of those people got bounced down, as you know, and got a little upset with David, and that's when we had a major shift here. But the energy of this place was so marvelous, and people had been so attracted to David and everything that he stood for, that a lot of us just said, we're going to keep this place open. So after a while, we just said the main thing that David wanted was a place for people to dance. But that was what David was like. There was always a little of David poking out, and he was saying, I'm enjoying watching you dance in your living room, and I'm so glad you're still dancing in mine.